Hi there! In this video I'm going to show you a pretty straightforward and easy approach to defeat the expert mode Brain of Cthulhu. This boss has received quite a few buffs compared to its normal mode counterpart, and because of that I'm recommending you go in with 400 HP. To do this, you'll need to have found 15 life crystals. If this seems like a lot to you, don't worry. If you're efficient exploring the underground, you'll find that they're pretty commonly scattered about, and it shouldn't take you too long. Especially if you have a grappling hook, which I highly recommend for this fight, as it allows you to quickly move around your arena, and means you'll need fewer wooden platforms. If you have a heart crystal to spare, I also encourage you to make a heart lantern, because once placed, it'll give you passive healing, which stacks with campfires. The arena I'm using is pretty standard, just a bunch of wooden platforms with a couple of campfires. With other bosses, I might give a few recommendations for armor sets, ranging from low tier to reasonably high tier. However, for this guide I don't recommend you use anything lower than jungle armor, because avoiding the Brain of Cthulhu's attacks can be very challenging. As with all my pre-hard mode boss guides, I highly recommend you use Hermes boots, or any of the accessories that it combines into. For this fight, I've also equipped the Shield of Cthulhu, because by this point you'll more than likely have defeated the Eye of Cthulhu, and if you haven't, with this gear it should be an easy fight. The shield will allow you to dash, which immediately gets you sprinting, and if timed correctly you can rebound off enemies to avoid taking damage. The potions I've used for this fight are Iron Skin, Swiftness, Regeneration, and Thorns. The first three are really easy to make, and Thorns is commonly found in chests if you don't want to make it yourself. To keep this loadout more general, I'm only using 2 accessories and no prefixes. If you have any accessories that boost your defense, feel free to go into the fight with less health or potions. However, there's no such thing as being over-prepared for a fight. For the first stage of the fight, the brain spews out quite a few creeper minions, which travel as a group and can hit you rapidly for quite a lot of damage. You'll need to kill them all before you can reach the second stage of the fight. To do this, I recommend you use grenades. Their high damage and fairly large area of effect allows you to take out multiple creepers at the same time. Just be careful not to blow yourself up. I used 33 grenades in total. Once most of the creepers are gone, you can take out the stragglers with a melee weapon, or as I'm using here, the boomstick. In stage 2, the brain enrages and rapidly chases the player, while teleporting around you. Fortunately, at this point you're able to damage the brain, which has 1,700 health points. To avoid being overwhelmed at this point, you'll want to be using a weapon with high knockback. The boomstick is a good choice because you can hit the brain with multiple bullets, which drastically slows it down. Alternatively, you could use a spear, such as the Rotted Fork, which hits multiple times. However, this will require you to get up close and personal with the brain, which is a dangerous position to be in. As you begin to wear away at the brain's health, it'll begin casting illusions of itself to confuse the player. At first, these illusions are nearly transparent, but as the fight progresses, they'll become harder and harder to tell apart from the real thing. If you get hit at any stage of the fight, it can inflict several debuffs, such as Darkness, Silenced, Weak, and most notably, Confusion, which reverses your left and right directions. There you go, that's how you defeat the Brain of Cthulhu in Expert Mode. I hope you found this useful.